Everyone has some type of style, but for some who treat it like a craft they can develop, they make it a profession. But life of an entrepreneur is a rough one, especially when you're in the Alice household barely breaking even. And in Pine Bluff, that accounts for 61% of households compared to the state average of 47. But my friend Andrew Goins, who lives in Pine Bluff, is still determined to make his business thrive while taking care of his family. I spoke to my hometown homeboy to see how it all came to be.
As far as my childhood, from being introverted, shy, not being cool, it became into something that I embraced.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be cool with me? Cool. I'll do my own thing. I'll create my own thing. And so that's the reason why a certain look, I went after that than what they're doing.
Gotcha. What was your family life like?
We came here with the promise of leaving LA, going to a place that would, because my mom suffered a stroke at 9 years old. So coming here, my father kind of claimed it to be a place where she could be better taken care of, because this is where his family is from. So when we get here, it's like, I can remember he was building a house at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I can remember being dropped off at my grandmother's crib. And then, I'm not gonna say that night, but maybe a couple nights after, he would always go missing. And I'm like, I had a number to a house in which, like I said, this is the house that was being built. So I would call that number and I'm like, when you coming home, blah, 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 this, that, and he'd be like, I'm here working on the house. Or I'm here, it'll be a while, I'm gonna be there. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. Being introduced to Pine Bluff was kind of, like I said, just being dropped off and left. Like, I'm there with my mom's as a kid, but not knowing I'm there with my mom's as like her caretaker up until maybe, like I said, graduation of high school when he basically just left.
Right. Do you think that being a caretaker, in what ways did that influence where you were at the time, and also is there any still not repercussions but effects from that now? You know what I'm saying? Did that add to your introversion or anything like that?
Oh, definitely, because I didn't have time to do nothing. So I would always be there. I would come straight from school, go home. Definitely still didn't have any sense of fashion, who I am at the time, just because, as a kid, I don't know if you remember, but it's a blur almost. Even in the moment of, I remember coming home trying to get homework done. I didn't do that, so I'm not gonna do it now. It is bedtime, and I'm just gonna keep moving on into the next situation, in which it was always, I felt like I was always a step behind. Not necessarily because it was a time factor, but just because I felt like I had no purpose for me. It was always me caretaking for my moms, and never was I think maybe I resented it a little bit, but it never stopped any progression as far as me taking care of my mom and me understanding that.
Right.
Knowing that it had to be a job done. Even at that early age, I feel like I just grew up too early.
Gotcha. Andrew didn't choose to be his mom's caretaker, but that's what life dealt him. He eventually got a job in customer service, and for a while, his career aided in his all-around growth. However, after temporarily relocating to a different city, things took a turn for the worse. This caused him to dip into his 401k, which further endangered his future security. This is a common Alice household problem, to say the least. I asked about his maintaining through it all. During the time in Magnolia before, were there still some times of just struggling to put financials together, or was it good then, or did it change up past that?
So at the time, I'm living check to check. There's no, building some kind of, I guess, safety fund or safety net. Because at the point when I moved to Magnolia, there was just me. I'm the only one working. My girl's not working. So I'm paying rent. I'm paying all the bills. So I'm not gonna waste time on dwelling on what I don't have. I'm not waiting on somebody to come save me.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get it.
Yeah.
However that may be legally, as long as you're not doing anything illegally, immoral, unethical, go for it.
For sure. And for Andrew, one of the ways going to get it is entrepreneurship, but it takes resources to run a business. Money that often isn't there for Alice households, which can often make the American dream a myth. Still, Andrew was determined to provide for his family while also developing his fashion brand. I was glad to hear more about it.
Because I mostly approach it from a style perspective. I'm not really big on trends or like, you know, what cats is trendy, I'm just gonna go make another one of those. I just feel like my situation is like an ongoing art show. So I don't have like a regular drop or a capsule. It's just more or less like what I feel like doing at this moment.
For sure. How hard is it to balance it with the pay the bills job?
It's hard trying to be consistent when this check here is already spoken for. Mm-hmm. So, you know, you start dipping into credit. And that becomes a situation where, say the capsule doesn't do what you wanted to do, mm-hmm. then it's going to be a slow move to the next one, or, you know, might have to pay this off before I can even get popping again. Yeah. But because I love it,
it's going to get popping again.
Yeah. I get it. It might not be tomorrow.
But it's coming back.
Yeah.
If you didn't have to spend so much time and energy just for the job making the ends meet, how do you think that would affect your life and your families?
I say if I had the chance to, you know, go back, I would think proper education, take time out for mental clarity. It could be the little things, like, you know what I'm saying, taking a day to actually just fail at something. You know what I'm saying, like little things could be just chilling, hanging out with my daughter for a long enough period when I say it's over, not, oh, I gotta go to bed because I gotta get up so early to get to this job. You know, this, that, and the third of my son has so many things going on in school that I might not have been to because my time schedule doesn't fit that, or, you know what I'm saying, something like that, more or less. That would be one of the things that would definitely change if I had more time.
Having more time to celebrate with people and moments you can't get back sounds like medicine to me. I appreciated seeing my friend again. Till next time. Yeah.